It is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for the All Effing Wrestling Show. What's on the show today?
Well, we're going to do the news. We got a joke of the week from our resident jokester, Rich Southwood. And 5 people have made our list. That's right. They made our list. We're going to air our grievances, if you will. Tell them exactly.
You just made the list!
Oh, no.
I say it's time to hit it.
Let's do it.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown.
It's the All Effing Wrestling Show.
With your hosts, Canada Dry, in the JFB,
Good morning, good afternoon. If I don't see you today to keep my supper warm, how you doing? And of course, is the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. The JFB James from Boston.
You're so sweet and sour, I want to dip my honey nugget wings in there. Now, I am, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. My name is Canada Dry. Damn it.
Yeah, Canada Dry. And of course, this is a show of love, a show of family. One of our family members, Louis Hawks, he's a predictor in AFW. He lost his mom. I just want to give him a quick shout out, tell him that he's always in my heart. If he ever needs anything, he knows how to get a hold of the JFB. I will drive to Newark, New Jersey, and go hang out with Louis. Louis, you're always in our heart. Yeah. And of course, part of our family is joined by, he's wearing a hat. But don't let that fool you. It's the sexiest hair in podcasting history. It is Colin Graham. Say hey, and how you doing?
What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this, well, at least for me, rainy Sunday afternoon?
Oh, doing wonderful. Dude, the sun's out in Nashville. Everything's looking beautiful outside.
Sun's out, buns out, baby. Woo!
And we are joined. It is so awesome to have her on the show. It has been ages since she's been on the show. She is right below. It's Dollywood.
Yes. Hello from beautiful sunny Charlotte. It's gorgeous outside today. I'm so sorry that the rain is just with you, Golden.
It's the tropical storm hurricane coming through.
Well, you know why it's raining? Because he's so golden, he's his own sunshine.
That's a very good point.
But I had a good time with Dollywood the other day. Dollywood Dallas and Harry Shorthouse. We had a great time doing the draft.
Yeah,
he was here too.
I was like, yeah, just not me though. Really added.
You know what? It's so funny because you're everywhere that I almost take you for granted. You're on like every show.
I was on Wednesday. I was on Friday, Saturday, today. I even called in as a guest on the Magic of Wrestling this week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did someone call a magician?
Yes. Of course, Harry Shorthouse, he's in the house. He says, oh, hello, gentlemen and Dolly. And then,
what's up, Harry?
Pulling in the awful puns. I'll tell you something, Harry Shorthouse. You and me are on wreckage. I'm calling my shot right now. Your belt is about to get a bit shinier.
Ooh.
On my waist. Just saying.
Isn't it wonderful how this is now becoming the TDS network?
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. All this right here is what a real faction looks like.
The TDS network.
Boy. But anyways.
Should we change our faction name to the TDS network?
I don't
We'll
hate
talk
it.
in the TDS chat.
I don't hate it.
I'm just saying there might be some people who get a little sour about it, but you know what? Put on your big boy pants or your big girl pants. Suck it up. That's the way it is, Buttercup. Anyways.
Of course, we got our good friend Noob.
Noob's in the house.
And Noob is also a part of AFW now.
Is he?
Yeah. Starting this season.
All right. Hey, bring it on. When you get those 50 points, I'll happy to face you. Hey, listen, man. I'm going to sweet talk the GMs. I am going to smooth them with my beautiful voice. And they're going to give me a match. I don't have to cash in my damn points, you son of a bitch. Anyways, before we get started, we got some house cleaning to do. And one of those things that we like to do in the house cleaning world is we like to go ahead and talk about the news.
I call dishes.
From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Dry and the JFB.
Oh, good Lord, the Inline One's back again.
Did you miss me?
We always miss you. Inline One, we always miss you. We always
No, Dollywood's on the show today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess
Before
with her.
she met her husband, I just want to say we had a thing going. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Inline One, what is our strange and unusual fact of the day?
All right, let me take a sippy poo out of my Batman mug. Oh, wow. Who made this shit? All right. So for our strange fact of the week, we go all the way back to when Disneyland started the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. You guys go on that ride?
Yeah.
Everyone went on the ride? I went on the ride.
I've not been on it, no.
I've never
All
been.
right. So, did you know that when they made the ride, they originally had prosthetic skeletons, but it looked like shit. So they brought in real skeletons.
Oh.
So if you see it, it feels a bit haunted. It probably is.
That doesn't feel very magical of them.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Disney, he's like,
So, do you want a better fact about that ride?
Ooh.
So, there used to be like a president section at Disneyland where like you could go and you could see, FDR, you could see, whoever the other presidents were. And that's actually what they use for the skeletons. So if you look, like you can like make out features of like these past presidents for that. Because I don't know what he's talking about, but I know that what I'm saying is true.
they might have gotten rid of the real skeletons and changed it over the years, but originally it was real skeletons.
That's crazy.
Who's giving them real skeletons?
Hey,
The Illuminati?
it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It's all the
don't
kids
think
that's
the
lost
Illuminati,
in
they
Space
don't
Mountain.
exist. They're not real. No. No. They may have killed Stanley Kubrick, but by God, they're not real. They're not real. This strange and unusual fact, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by, it's brought to you by FTW. Now, FTW Pro Wrestling not only is just a promotion, it's a school as well. I could sit here and talk about it, but to be really honest, I'd rather just show you.
Determination, perseverance. These are the qualities that make a champion. Do you have what it takes to be the next wrestling superstar? Are you ready to turn your dreams into a reality? At Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy, we can help you become the champion you were meant to be. Our world travel trainers, Brian Idol and Natalia Markova, are well-known industry professionals with years of experience in the world of wrestling. From the basics to advanced techniques, they are dedicated to help give you the tools that you need to succeed in the ring. Our training program is tailored to challenge you, push you to your limits, and help you discover your full potential. Come join our diverse group of talent. Join us at Fight the World Wrestling's World Wrestling Academy and make your dream a reality. Visit our website or contact us to learn more and start your journey to the top today.
JFB, how much does it cost to go to FTW? Let me tell you something. It's $250. That's nothing. That's chicken scratch. Drive Uber, work at Publix because they're freaking everywhere. Find a job that pays you so you can go and learn the art and craft of becoming a professional wrestler. Maybe one day you'll be on one of their shows. Maybe one day you'll get elevated to NWA. Maybe one day you'll make it to AEW, WWE. Who knows? The sky's the limit, but you have to start somewhere. That means you got to start at FTW Pro Wrestling, FTWProWrestling.com. Go check them out. Go visit them. Go learn from the best. Anyway.
Let's cut up on a few of the comments here. JFB, the Hogan of AFW with backstage politics. That doesn't work for me, brother.
It's interesting that you bring up Hulk Hogan because Hulk
Good
Hogan
afternoon,
now.
gentlemen.
Oh, Mr. Isaacs.
What's
Hulk
up,
Hogan's
Mr.
married
Isaacs?
again, guys. Third time is a charm. I'm hoping for Hulk Hogan. That's right. He just has nuptials now. His son Nick, which I think by law he has to stay in that area because of an ankle bracelet. If I'm not mistaken, but Brooke Hogan did not show up. Now, the good news is his new wife looks nothing like his old wife. His second wife, who happened to look just like his daughter, which brings up all kinds of questions and mind-bogglingness. If you
Why?
about Hulk Hogan.
Why did Brooke Hogan not show up to her own dad's wedding?
Well, apparently this was last minute. It was a very small amount of people. There were like 30 people there in attendance. Now, according to Hulk Hogan, he said he dropped $500,000 on her engagement ring. Now, did he buy this with Metallica bass player money? Because that's a lot. That's a big chunk of change. And trust me, I know how much this guy charges for autographs at the beach shop at his little place in Florida. That's a lot of freaking autographs he's got to sell in order to afford a $500,000 ring.
There's no way that ring is costing $500,000. There's no way. This is what this we can chalk up to one of the lies of Hulk Hogan.
I think we should put this in part two of the multiple lies that Hulk Hogan has told over the years. Jerry King Lawler actually made an appearance. Now, this is a couple months after his medical issue. Alex Haynes said, "Do you know when Apollo 13 splashed down safely in the ocean?" Hogan celebrated by body slamming a great white shark that came too close to the recovery vessel. Oh, good God. Haynes' facts about Hulk Hogan may supersede the facts that Hulk Hogan believes himself. I'm just saying. Mr. Isaac, she was there for him back in the AWA, brother.
Maybe she was. No, I don't think she was even born.
Yeah, I don't think she was.
He's not
either.
a spring chicken.
No, he's not. He's kind of like the chicken that's been sitting in the Publix, the rotisserie chicken that's been there since 8 this morning.
And it's now 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's a little wrinklier. It's a little drier. It's just really tough to eat. And you're just like, why did I ever do this? Ladies and gentlemen, that's Hulk Hogan, who happens to have the same skin, the same tan color, the fake tan that he's got, matches the rotisserie chicken as well. So Jerry King Lawler, a couple months ago, he had some major medical issues, made his first appearance, looked fantastic, looked really good. I tried to get a picture. For some reason, the picture would not load on, but all the best to him. It seems he's getting out in public, making public appearances.
He looks a lot healthier than when he was working for the E.
Healthier. You guys watch Grand Slam? Everybody?
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Did you guys watch Grand Dynamite After Dark Grand Slam at some point?
I was there.
I was
You
there.
were there. That's true. You were part of that. So Eddie Kingston is our new Ring of Honor World's Heavyweight Champion. He's also the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Champion. He's also dealing with a lower back issue. There's no timetable when he's going to come back. That man has put his body through quite a bit over the last 10, 15 years of his professional wrestling career. So it's good to see that, you know, he's going to have a little time off. Obviously, he's not going to be there for Wrestle Dream.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he is going to be there for Wrestle
He
Dream.
made a challenge on Collision last night for Wrestle Dream.
Yeah.
Take a guess at who he challenged, though.
Who did he challenge?
Shibata.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Shibata is going to be our new Ring of Honor World's Heavyweight Champion.
And New Japan Openweight Champion. He's putting both titles up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, it was a pleasure knowing you as Ring of Honor champion. It was a pleasure knowing you.
Please
as
do not
Japan
put
Pro
on the
Wrestling.
form Shibata because you're going to lose.
Shibata, that is one tough son of a bitch.
I mean,
I'm telling you right now.
speaking of Eddie, like he did announce that he's not going to be taking indie dates right now just because of the demand of being both the ROH champion and the New Japan Strong Open champion.
Yeah. Which is good, which is really good.
Some people like Shibata's. Haney prefers a nice panini.
Nice panini.
I'm not mad at him for it.
So speaking of Wrestle Dream, early tabulations and early counts are indicating that this may be the lowest selling pay-per-view for AEW. Ticket sales and essentially pay-per-view sales are not looking very good. I'm hoping what will happen is over the next couple weeks, or at least the next week, they're going to give us enough of them what the matches are going to be, so it kind of sells itself. Because who in the world does not want to watch Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson, the two best shooters, the American Dragon?
So who's ordered it? I haven't ordered it yet, but I'm going to. But who's ordered it out of
No,
these?
we haven't ordered it yet, but we will.
I don't know if I'm going to, honestly.
I don't know if I'm going to either.
I would like to, but $50 a pop gets kind of steep.
Yeah.
Right. There
Last
has
time I
to
checked, I'm not making Tony Khan money here, okay?
So it's just me on Dollywood on Wrestle Dream After Dark.
Yes, sir.
I'll find a way to. I'll find a way. I'll somebody will share me their info there to get on the Bleacher Report. So WWE SmackDown leaving Fox. They signed a brand new deal with NBC Universal Comcast. Boo 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 doo doo. And it's going to be on the USA Network. That's right. So USA is getting SmackDown and Raw at the same time. NBC Universal, Comcast, whatever the hell they're going by nowadays, paid over 40% more than what Fox did to get the television rights. And the Raw rights are coming up within the next couple months as well. So this is going to be very interesting, to say the least. Last night, or Friday night, LA Knight was supposed to have a match. Didn't show up. Nobody knew the reason why. Sean Ross Sapp said, hey, he tested positive for COVID-19, you big dumbass. That's why he wasn't there. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Let's hope this doesn't hurt. I don't think it's going to hurt his momentum at all. I think he is just over right now. It will be so great to see him come back to that pop after missing a couple weeks.
Interesting enough, LA Knight may come up on my list later on in the main event. So
Ooh.
Ooh, very
a little teaser for later on in the show.
So a lot of moving parts are happening in WWE as we speak. Of course, we know that the WWE merger went official on Tuesday. We know that now it's officially known as TKO. Now we know that there's talk that there are going to be multiple shows on weekends. Yeah, there will be a WWE pay-per-view and a UFC pay-per-view within that same weekend. So this should be interesting. But that means that you have to kind of make room. You kind of have to let people kind of go into a different direction. Now, we'll talk about the releases in just a second, but there's two that are coming, or there's one that's staying and there's one that's going to arrive very soon. Gable Stevenson. Everybody questioned what is going on with Gable Stevenson. He's not on any internal roster memos. Nobody knows where he's been. They haven't seen him. He was at an NXT live show, alive and kicking. There's a lot of speculation he's going to skip the World Championships and his final year at Oklahoma in order to work on becoming a professional wrestler. I mean, in the small amount that I've seen him wrestle professionally, maybe he should stick to just going to the World Championships, becoming a world champion again, and then coming back with kind of a renewed vigor, if you will. For somebody who's arriving very soon, Jade Cargill. What a loss for AEW to lose Jade Cargill, especially with a women's division that not exactly super deep right now, not exactly is putting on 5-star matches, point in and point out. You know, you're getting great matches here and there, but they're not freaking blowing the roof off. But Jade Cargill is now officially in the WWE, and her new name is going to be Jada.
No, it's not.
Okay, I take that back. Her name is not Jada Parker.
This is what they were people reporting. It's actually another girl that is getting this name.
Okay. Well, whatever Jade Cargill's name is going to be, Jade, you made a horrible decision. And you're going to find out very quickly when you want to say, hey, I think my character should do this. And Triple H says, that's a good one. Now you're doing this. And unfortunately, that's what's going to happen, especially because of Senior McMahon being in charge. Now, talking about the releases. Black Friday, dozens of WWE wrestlers were released. I'm not going to list all of them, but I'm going to give you the big hitters. Matt Riddle, gone. Dolph Ziggler, gone. Riddick Moss and his wife Emma, gone. Aaliyah, gone. Top Dollar, again, gone. That was twice that he's been released. Dana Brooke, Shelton Benjamin, Elias, and I'm assuming Elias's brother as well. Both released at the same
It's
time.
so funny because after he was released, he's like, I can officially confirm now that I was Ezekiel.
Boogs is gone and Mustafa Ali is gone. Now the rumor there's a lot of rumor and innuendo as to the reasons why they were released. Harry Shorehose, get your facts right, JFB. Yeah, blow it out your ass.
Don't worry, you can take his belt and then you can get your facts right.
I'll get your belt. I'm going to shine it up nice and pretty, and I'll get my facts right, you big loon.
So are you on Mayhem or on your Wreckage, JFB?
I'm on Wreckage.
All right.
I'm on Wreckage. I was drafted to Wreckage. Let me tell you, Wreckage is exactly what Season 4's motto is all about. So they were asking internally why the cuts all of a sudden. It seemed that WWE had to shave anywhere from $50 to $100 million because of the merger. And that they didn't want to pay main roster talent, that main roster money that aren't wrestling, like Dolph Ziggler, it just goes on and on. That's big reason why when they post their SEC regulation paperwork, we'll get more of a distinct answer as to why they went ahead and did this. So, Canada Dry, what is the biggest surprise so far from that release, that roster release?
Oh, it's definitely Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
But I feel like the writing was definitely on the wall when he lost that match to Gunther's sidekick.
Yeah.
When he lost that match clean to Gunther's sidekick.
He did.
Oh, he's fallen from grace so hard.
Yeah. Golden Graham, what was the big surprise for you?
Either Dolph or Elias.
Yeah.
Honestly. Dolph just screams WWE lifer to me.
Yeah.
And Elias, he's a good wrestler. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
He could walk into any other promotion and he's going to be golden.
Yeah, absolutely. Hollywood.
They took all of my answers, so I just agree with the both of them. I didn't Dolph Ziggler. I have a personal beef with him. He did not make my list, but I have personal beef with him because he cheated on the beautiful Nikki Bella. And so I'm glad. Like,
Why
I
did you cheat on Nikki Bella?
well, let's be honest here. She's not really keeping any like stimulating intellectual conversations going. I don't think he is either.
No.
I don't think the two of them are not splitting atoms in their Florida apartment or anything. But Riddle, like, Riddle has like personal issues that he probably needs to get straightened out.
Yeah.
But without the WWE, is he going to? Like, those are just going to get worse. And then, you know, I hope that he has a good support system around him now.
I mean, to me, that's why the Riddle one wasn't surprising.
Yeah.
Like, he's gotten so many chances. And on top of that, like, his prior history with UFC didn't bode well for him either.
Yeah.
I hope that they treat him the way that they, you know, treated, I guess maybe more like Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
When they, you know, kind of get out of WWE and then they go on to have, you know, substance abuse issues or whatever. I hope that they continue to help him because he definitely needs it. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Thank you so much for asking. It was great. So good.
I mean, for me, Matt Riddle wasn't a huge surprise, just the downward slope he's taken. Ziggler surprised the living hell out of me because, as Golden Graham said, I mean, this was a guy that I saw transitioning from ring performer to producer and an agent in the back, teaching these young kids in NXT because that guy's got charisma coming out of the Yazoo. He's a former world heavyweight.
Apparently, Ziggler was on a appearance contract.
Yeah.
So he wasn't on a regular contract. So like,
the other thing that
also the Riddle one for me, because it was a day later, you're like, oh, we're safe. No one else is getting released, and then boom.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the guillotine only went halfway through the neck. They had to raise her back up and drop her right back again.
Yeah.
So Mustafa Ali was the other one that surprised me because he was ready for a major program with Dominic Mysterio and NXT, and then they're just like, we're going to scrap it. So now who's taking on freaking
the GM of Raw? Have somebody see what he wants.
Oh man! Go ahead,
so it actually looks like the internet came in with the clutch and said that Hulk Hogan's ring at most cost $100,000, and they're putting 6 carats in quotes like that.
Yeah, right.
The 6 carat ring.
Even $100,000 is pretty.
Carats, brother.
$100,000 is a lot. And can I just say, I cannot believe that this man has found 3 women to marry him when he wears a bandana on his head all the time. Like in their wedding pictures.
At the wedding, he's wearing a bandana.
In the wedding pictures. No wonder Brooke's embarrassed to come.
Oh, God. I think we found our answer. So, you know what? Let's line this mood up a little bit. You know, we talked about the releases. We feel bad that these guys are not going to be performing on television. Well, let's line it up. You know, there's only one man who can elevate us into a plane of hilarity, and that, of course, is Rich Southwood in our Joke of the Week.
Hey, this is Bret the Hitman Hart. Every day, people are mocked because they feel that dad jokes are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. That's messed up. I believe that no one should have to fight for their humor. It's okay to dad joke.
Hello everyone, it is your Perfection King, Lord Rich Southwood, with your official Joke of the Week. And since we just turned to autumn, I feel like that we should do an autumn-based joke. What do turkeys eat for dessert? Peach gobbler. Thanks guys, everyone enjoy your football. We'll see you next Sunday.
Well, that was a dad joke and a half. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why does it look like the Indianapolis Colts threw up on Rich Southwood?
Okay, I thought that his necklace was the joke. I thought
Nobody can be that. I mean, I know he's in Indiana. He's a Colts fan, but my God, I mean, do we all feel that now that WWE has released the NFL Legacy belts, where you can buy a WWE belt with your favorite football team, do we have a feeling that maybe Rich Southwood might have ordered one for the Indianapolis Colts? Just saying.
I could see him getting one.
God.
I bet he gets one for Christmas. I don't think he spends his own money on it.
All right, guys, it is time for the main event.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
We're going to take our turns and we're going to create a list. Each of us are going to have 4 wrestlers and 1 pop culture. Those are going to be our lists. So I'm going to go Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, who is the first on your list?
The first on my list are the Young Bucks.
Oh, the Young Bucks.
Yes.
Okay.
To me, I know like CM Punk's gonna appear on one of your guys' lists, so that's fine.
Maybe.
But to me, winning the ROH 6-man tag titles was so extra. They didn't need to do that. They didn't need, and Brian Cage, like they had a chance to elevate him a little bit, get him the win, and instead they're like, we're gonna elevate these titles because only we can do it on ROH. So Young Bucks, you just made the list.
Let's play it.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no!
Oh no!
Here we go.
Golden Graham, who's the first on your list?
Okay, so my first person, well, it's 2 people on my list.
Okay.
And it's a combo. It's Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff.
As they
Like-
should be.
They are, to me, like ground zero for the epitome of toxicity in the IWC. Like, they just need to shut up. I hate to say it, but wrestling's passed you by. It's not what it was in the 80s and the 90s. I'm sorry. It's changed. Everything evolves. Quit complaining about it because times have changed. Even with Eric Bischoff and his ratings talk.
Yeah.
Who cares? Everyone watches on demand. Everyone DVRs.
Yeah.
It's not 1998 where you're going head to head with another wrestling company.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so wrestling ratings is just what you're putting on the list?
No,
Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I like this. Getting Russo, and they come as I didn't know they were best friends that could go together.
I mean, I cheated a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dollywood, it's your turn. Who made your list?
Well, Golden Graham will never make my list after taking us to church with that one. Never, ever will he make my list. So the person that made my list quite a while ago, but I am forever salty. So DMD will forever be on my list.
Wow.
Yikes.
Because she made fun of Tony Schiavone for working at Starbucks. And I think that's garbage.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Oh, Brett Baker making fun of Tony Schiavone. Hey, Tony Schiavone's a hustler, man. He's probably got 15 jobs.
Yes, he is.
So
He's still.
Does he still work at Starbucks? I don't think he's got the time for Starbucks.
No,
anymore.
he doesn't still work at Starbucks, but like he did like in between WWE and AEW just because he loves to be around people.
Yeah.
He didn't need the money.
And he also did commentary for like minor league baseball, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
he
mean,
did.
Imagine walking into a Starbucks saying, I'd like to get an Americano, please, and Tony Schiavone hands it to you. I'd be like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Tony Schiavone.
I'd be like, can you record this into my iPhone? Can you call Hulk Hogan a son of a bitch for me, please? Thank you.
I'm curious as to what kind of messed up names Tony Schiavone came up with. Writing on the cups.
God,
that would be Jim Ross's area.
Did you ever see that Bret Hart Starbucks picture where he's holding up the cup and it says bread?
That's awesome.
Like how one, it's Bret Hart ordering a coffee.
Yeah.
Screw that up. You bring bread on it.
Well, like I heard a story, like apparently it's intentional and it's genius because it's a marketing ploy. Because you get someone like Bret Hart taking a picture of a Starbucks cup and putting it on the internet. It's free advertisement. It's absolutely genius.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Well, let me tell you who made my list. This man.
Oh, look at this.
Alex Haney. I hope he was a better barista.
He said he was going to be nicer than this. He was only going to be a son of a bitch every third Wednesday.
If I was not on this show, if I was watching, and I would probably put Haney in timeout for that comment.
I think I might put Alex Haney on my list. I don't know yet.
Oh, Charlotte Flair.
Oh. My first person on the list is Charlotte Flair ever since WrestleMania 34. Everyone has pretty much ruined everything about women's wrestling. She even beat Asuka to winning every title. It's tiring. I don't disagree with that. I mean, WWE
I like that. That's a hot take.
That's a great take.
Okay, real quick before we go to Mr. Isaac's comment. It's hot.
Do you think he draws like the Sting mask on the tops all the time? Oh, fucking Tony Schiavone. I love it.
And I'm hoping that if we see a comment, it's not stealing away from us because like Charlotte Flair could have been on one of our lists.
Do y'all think Charlotte Flair is worse at wrestling or worse at being married?
Oh, that's a good one. That's tough. I'm going to get a hot take here and say I don't think she's very good at marriage.
I mean, if her father's her idol, that does not bode well.
Does she sell better in the marriage?
I don't know.
When we went through premarital counseling, we because to get a marriage license for free in the state of South Carolina, you have to go through marriage counseling. So we went through this quick thing. And one of the questions was who is your marriage idol? And Alex's parents weren't really great at being married. My parents, wonderful people, not the best at being married. So I put down Bob and Linda Belcher.
Yeah.
From Bob's Burgers. And I think Charlotte should maybe do what Bob and Linda do instead of Rick and whoever he's married to this week.
Well, apparently her and Andrade are back together.
They're following each other again. That's nice. Yeah. Now that he's wrestling again and making money.
Well, Andrade, when he beat Scorpio Sky, he did the whole Ric Flair thing, and he did the figure eight for the win. So that's what we figure. It was a nice.
That's a new trend in wrestling because, unfortunately, Buddy Murphy does the Riptide. Andrade does the figure eight. I mean, essentially, if you're going to be married to another wrestler, you're going to probably use his or hers finishing move. It's kind of an homage to your wrestling wife or wrestling husband. Here's my pick. I followed this man's career for decades. And then I'm talking about Windy City Wrestling, his time with Ace Steel's promotion, his Ring of Honor run, his WWE run, his truncated AEW run. I got his freaking shirt on. I'm talking about CM Punk. Listen, I understand. When you hire CM Punk, you got to know who you're hiring. For God's sakes, Phil Brooks, for the love of God, can you please just play the game? Just play the freaking game and stay in a promotion for longer than a few months without drop kicking and biting and having your best friend bite an executive vice president, and then taking it out on Jungle Boy, for God's sakes. Like, come on. You got to do better than this, man. People want to see you. So for that.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Oh, God. Golden Graham, it's your turn. Who is next on your list?
Okay, so my second one is going to be the WWE creative team.
Okay.
Mainly for not striking when the iron is hot, with LA Knight, with Cody Rhodes, with Drew McIntyre, there's been so many times where we as fans watch WWE and have accepted the horrible match endings to Roman Reigns because we're always like, oh, well, there's Sami Zayn or there's Cody. And it's like they forget that they still need to please their audience.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like they forget to strike when the iron is hot.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it again with LA Knight with this sitting here waiting. They're like, oh, we don't want to push him until he signs a contract. Maybe if you pushed him, he'd sign his contract.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a double-edged sword.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, don't you think?
Yeah. Like, you need to show some investment in someone for them to invest in you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think the only thing that... Wrong one.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Dolly, who's your number two?
So my number two is somebody that we all at least used to know and love so much. He was always one of my favorites. And then he just abandoned the company that he helped start to go back to be a money-grubbing little pig, Cody Rhodes. And it is not...
Wow!
It is not because he is a money-grubbing pig. It is not because he's married to one of the most beautiful people on earth. It is because he has a disgusting neck tattoo.
Oh.
Well, you know what?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
I'm really, Dollywood, I'm really shocked. This sweet little thing over
I
here in the
know.
corner
I have so
is
many,
unleashing bombs
I have so
on
many big feelings.
Britt Baker, on Cody Rhodes. Both faces, by the way.
I'm just lucky I made my point before her, so she didn't retroactively add me to the list.
We have someone backstage. He wants to put someone on the list. It's King Haney.
Hey, what's up, Alex?
Hello. How you doing?
How you doing?
Who's going on the list, my friend?
I'm going to put on the list modern day wrestling production.
Fair.
I like it.
So for me, I'm a fan of I'm a fan of old school wrestling, and I think a lot of production now it's such a high standard that it shows far too much to the audience of what's going on, and it makes it look. I know this is a strange thing to say, fake.
Yeah,
you know. There's there's been lots of examples over recent years. One of the biggest ones for me was when it was because I think it's a great format. Was it Blood and Guts?
Yeah.
And I know Chris Jericho got a lot of heat for that sort of. I'm using this as an example, but what ruined that was actually not what Chris did or MJF did. It was the production. The production was right there as Chris went into the mat.
Now, King Haney, you and I were chatting earlier.
Yes.
And you wanted to put someone else on the list.
Yes.
Did you want to mention that person as well?
Well, I was going to put Joe on the list.
Why were you going to put Joe on the list?
Because of Sting.
You know what?
You said Sting and his terrible sharpshooter.
I'll take
Sting
it.
and his terrible sharpshooter, yes.
That's
No,
funny.
but so I want to put wrestling production on the list because I think it was everything now, all the angles, but particularly the WWE, where you nearly have a seizure watching a match.
Oh, I hate the camera angles alone. Could be on the list.
Not even
It's
the
like-
camera, is the bouncing of the camera up and down with the stomps. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, I hate it. Yeah, I absolutely hate it. But yeah, that's what I like to put on the list.
Play it, JP.
Well, you know what?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Thank you, King Haney, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Bye.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh my God! All right, so
real quick, to add on to that, like the production thing, like
She puts Alec on the list.
like even on Wednesday, the fact that the camera zoomed in on Moxley telling Rick Knox to count to 3.
Yeah.
In a way more profane way that I won't say on our show because we're family friendly. Like, just don't zoom in on wrestlers, especially when they're sitting there eyeing at the ref, ready, waiting for the 3 count to kick out.
Yeah.
Do something else.
So you know who's going to make my list? It's really simple. They used to be known as Endeavor. Now they're known as TKO. I put them on the list. Here's the reason why. Vince McMahon, the Wall Street Journal, is going to release an article probably within the upcoming Monday or Tuesday. They found more additional money that was paid to females that worked for WWE that he paid off because he didn't want his name coming out for sexually assaulting these women. So Emmanuel, the man who owns Endeavor and now owns TKO, which is WWE and UFC, is continuously supporting and fighting to keep Vince McMahon on the board and involved with the product. Now, he may not have a choice, but the SEC's got a voice, and the SEC is going to tell him Vince McMahon has got to go because that is a huge violation of the SEC. So I am putting on Mr. Emmanuel and TKO Day.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Yeah, apparently
Harry Shorthose backstage.
Okay, real quick before you
can
bring
hold
him up.
on Harry Shorthose for a second.
real quick before you bring him up. But did you also see that apparently TKO has put all of Vince McMahon's like shares like up for sale?
Yeah, absolutely.
In anticipation of what's going to happen with this SEC.
Yep.
Nah.
He's gone.
Nah.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Before we get to Canada Dry, I guess we can put in the Wreckage World Heavyweight Champion on here.
He's also the Associate Mayhem GM.
Yes, and he is the Associate Mayhem GM. He's on Wreckage, but he's the Mayhem GM. This is all fugazi.
It's garbage, right?
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Harry Shortos!
What's up, Harry?
Hello. How are we all?
I love how JP is like acting like he wasn't talking trash about him like 5 seconds before.
Well, I was here listening to it all. I was here
knows
listening to it all. It just fuels my motivation for when he sweet talks Dallas to let him face me. So
Okay, so what are you putting on the list, Harry?
I have a few, but I think the biggest one for me is the AEW women's roster and how they're not strong enough. It's the same people all the time competing for the Women's World Championship. It's the same people every time. And it gets tiring a little bit.
Yeah.
There's no competitiveness apart from maybe 2 or 3 women. There's no one that's really strong enough to win. And you have the same people going again. Like, how many times has Britt Baker had a title shot?
Yeah.
How many times has Toni Storm, Hikaru Shida, Willow Nightingale, Sky Blue? It's the same people over and over again, and it's just recycled the whole time, and there's nothing fresh, nothing new coming in. And it kind of in terms of storylines, it makes it a little bit dull to kind of watch because there's nothing really kind of coming through. It's just all the same.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. Well, you know what?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
All right, Harry, man. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Canada Dry, who's on your list?
This took a while to get to my number 2. I'm surprised. So Referee Rick Knox,
As he should be.
you are on the list. If John Moxley says, I'm giving the title to Ray,
Yeah.
make sure you count three. You count three.
Yeah.
Right.
And you deserve to be told to F off.
He deserves to be told to F off for a lot of reasons.
Yes. Referee Rick Knox needs to go to referee school. Unfortunately, he's one of the Young Bucks guys.
Yeah,
No, I
they're
think
not
what
doing
needs
it.
to happen, honestly, because like they kind of do this in WWE. Just count to three. You don't need to know the finish of the story. Your main job is to just keep track of time and count to three and enforce the rules.
Yep. Absolutely. All right.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Here we go.
So let's go to our next round. We're going to start with Dollywood first. Dollywood, who is your third pick?
My third pick is a streaming network. It is Peacock / the WWE Network.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Like, I appreciate them archiving so much, but what I do not appreciate is that you cannot search for Chris Benoit. He was not a great man near the end of his life. We all know that. We know the story, but you cannot erase him from history. You know, if you want to watch one of his matches, you specifically have to, search for the other person that's in the match. But isn't that shitty? Like, like I just want to watch some Chris Benoit. Like, he was such a good technical wrestler. Don't make me go through, turning on WrestleMania 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to see if he's on there. You can't search for him. You can't find him. I guess that's kind of what the internet is for, but at the same time, that's literally what this streaming platform is supposed to be for.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Here we go.
I'm going to go next, and I am going to we earlier talked about Bischoff and Vince Russo, but there's a man who is constantly stuck in my craw as a guy that does not deserve to even be around wrestling anymore, and that's Dave Meltzer. That man
Say it louder.
is accurate in his – he's about as accurate in his news as a weatherman who has never stepped outside and just wings it while he's in front of the green screen. Not low. Yeah, it's going to be rain, and it's not. It's like 10 feet of snow. Meltzer, I get in the old days, his newsletter and it was groundbreaking and it broke a lot of ground and gave you a lot of inside baseball. But nowadays, it does not. Dave Meltzer, unfortunately, fortunately.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Here we go.
Ken Dry, it's your turn, my friend.
Shucky ducky, quack quack. Booker T, you just made the list. I am so sick of Booker T's home team favoritism, his regurgitating WWE company man bullshit. Booker T, I used to be a big fan of Booker T when he was a wrestler. Now it's like, what?
Yep, exactly.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Here we go.
Oh, we have King Haney back.
We got King Haney back. Should we put him in?
Yes, let's put him in.
There we go. Mr. Haney, who made your list this time?
We're in his pocket, I bet.
Anyways, let's continue on. Maybe he'll answer. If not, we'll remember.
Okay.
Okay, so Joseph Graham, you're next.
My next one is kind of a play off of Canada Dry, but it's heel commentators. I'm so sick of heel commentators. They take away from a wrestling match so much. I don't need Nigel McGuinness bickering with Kevin Kelly. I don't need Corey Graves and his god-awful commentary bickering with anyone else. Like, once again, this isn't the 90s. It's not It's not the King and JR.
Yeah.
Like, let's move past it.
Yep.
If you want an example of great commentary, go watch the Cruiserweight Classic with Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan, and they did a phenomenal job.
Mauro Ranallo is the best commentator. He needs to be signed to AEW tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today.
I fully agree. Yesterday. He should have been hired yesterday.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
I had some technical difficulties, but King Haney, are you there, my friend?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who made the list?
Who made the list? The list. Wrestling fans with mobile phones.
Nice.
Like, why not just watch the event you're at? You know, especially if it's like on the television. Why do like take the other week, for instance, when The Rock came out? Everybody missed it because the first thing they did when his music hit is they went to their pocket to pull out their phone to film it. I'm like, what's the point?
Yep.
And then you need to watch wrestling through somebody else's phone when you're in the crowd. Next time I'm going to take a big like mallet with me. You know, one of these sort of soft mallets, and I'm just going to bonk people on the nose every time they put their phone.
You want to borrow this one?
Yes, that'll be. I was going to. Yeah, that'll do.
The Latin one will happily lend you his mallet.
Well, you know what?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
There we go. King Haney, thank you for jumping on again, brother.
No worries. If I think anything else, I'll let you know. Cheers, bye.
Bye.
I agree. Mauro is the most accomplished combat sports
play-by-play commentator of all time. There's no disagreement there at all. So, who's next? I think it's
Hollywood.
Yes. So I'm a little perturbed because I had a number one and you took it. It was CM Punk because he's such a punk.
Yeah.
And then,
well, so you wasted your other ones on Britt Baker. The sweet.
I didn't
lady.
waste it. She is forever on my list for that. So while we were chatting, I was like, okay, well, who can I replace this with? And I replaced it with certain wrestling fans in particular. So I'm just going to kind of play off of King Haney's because they are wrestling fans in particular. Whoever is out here stealing ring gear.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's forever on my list. You are human garbage. You're not out here selling that to pay for your kidney transplant. You're not out here feeding your kid with the money from that. You're just trash.
Yeah.
And you will forever be on my list and apparently everyone else here. So
I fully agree.
You're on the list.
Along with that,
go ahead.
Along with that, the wrestling fans who bring like 10 Funko Pops to the airport. Can you sign this, and this one, and this one? It's like they're trying to be nice, but
poor Jeff Hardy. Like Jeff Hardy can't say no to anything. Yeah. So of course he's not going to say no to you. Like, but like leave him alone.
Yeah.
One autograph per person. Don't be greedy.
Yeah. Don't be.
And make it personalized so they can't turn around and sell it on eBay.
Yes. Yes.
You just made the list. Oh no. Oh, here we go.
All right, we are now on number 4. I'm going to start in mine. There's a show on Netflix that's called Wrestlers. And if you have not seen it, please go watch it. It is absolutely amazing.
Oh, I thought you were going to put this on the list. I'm like, what's wrong?
No. But they follow OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. It's very heartwarming because you're getting to see a lot of inside baseball. But these are guys that may not necessarily, Layla Gray, obviously, she made it into AEW, but these are guys that have been on the indie circuit for years. But there's one particular person that's on this show that I just want to put on the list. Holly Hood is this.
She's getting a WWE tryout.
Oh, dear God.
Is the hood because of her eyelashes? Looking like car hoods?
Yeah. Or like tarantulas just like landed on her face. Yeah.
Baby girl, stay off Sheen. I love it too. Stay off Sheen. Awful. Ugh.
She is the biggest problem with indie wrestling right now is this young talent who thinks that they are owed a tryout. They're owed to be in WWE or AEW. Absolutely not. Watching her wrestling, she is. I mean, people say Jade Cargill is green as goose shit. No, this woman is greener than goose shit. It is embarrassing how she thinks she is so much better than everybody else, and she's not. So Holly Hood, guess what?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
God, WWE tryout. Hot garbage. Canada Dry, it's your friggin' turn.
I by no means have been a Hangman Page fan for a long time.
Yeah.
Or ever.
Well, I didn't mind him near the beginning, but somewhere along the way, even when his championship run, I liked him.
Yeah.
But his name getting out there, not respecting, like just being part of this whole CM Punk thing. Even after that, I'm like, okay, still wearing my cowboy shirt. But when you are pushing down Brian Cage,
yeah,
friend of the show, kind of friend of the show, give this. You cannot cut a promo for the life of you. You pretty much don't even work out anymore, as Swerve said.
You don't know that. Swerve
See those love handles?
I got love handles too, and I just completed the triathlon. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Dollywood. You do not make the list. But Hangman Adam Page, you just made the list.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
I can't ever decide when he's on TV if I like him or if I don't like him, because I hear Alex talking shit about it, but I'm like, oh, but he's been with AEW since the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I hear you being mean and ugly about him too. So I guess maybe I do like him in some part of my brain because I want to defend him because public education is so important.
Yeah.
And
listen,
he's an advocate.
He's a former teacher.
Yes.
So of course you gotta and he gets handpicked. Not like he did anything to freaking win the battle royal. He just get handed the battle royal on a silver platter.
Oh God!
I'm still mad because I picked Colt Cabana to win that, and obviously he didn't.
I'm mad because I picked Cage to win, and he almost did.
Well, I think that Colt Cabana would have been the perfect person to win since CM Punk got fired that day.
I'm just saying, what a good way to just give an FU to freaking CM Punk to say, hey, Scotty Colton just won the Battle Royale, you jerk.
I wouldn't mind that.
Stop calling him Scotty Colton. That's what you always call him.
Golden Graham, who's on your list?
So this is number 4, correct?
This is number 4.
The Miz. He's on my list.
Oh, The Miz.
He's not a great wrestler, and he literally just I find him very dull and boring in the ring. He has the same little run to the corner clothesline.
Yeah.
He sits there and he says, "Oh, I'm the greatest WWE dude, you weren't even the main story in your WWE championship run. You were literally the sidecar that no one cared about."
Corey Graves needs to hush because The Miz has the most beautiful woman in wrestling as his wife, not Corey Graves.
Yeah.
I love.
Do you think they did a live person Sesame Street that The Miz could play Kermit the Frog?
Oh my God, I would love that so much.
It's a rainbow connection.
Even when they tried to make The Miz a face and they gave him Ric Flair's figure 4, that was god awful.
Oh, it was atrocious. It was really bad.
The only time he cuts a halfway good promo, in my opinion, is when he's mad and he's yelling. Other than that, it's just literally, I'm the most must-see WWE champion, blah, blah.
That being said, his LA Knight impression was hilarious.
It was really good.
His impressions are always so good. I'm a big fan. I don't know where you're coming from. Me and Dave, neither one of us get where you're coming from if you'll show his comment. Yeah. I don't know.
Oops.
I don't know that he's underrated, but I think
If
this is a
anything,
bad take.
he's overrated. They push him like he's one of the greats in WWE, and he's not.
He's not. Yeah. Well,
He's
unfortunately,
not.
so that
Just
means-
saying, if he would have been released on that Black Friday,
I mean,
Oh, I would
honestly,
have lost my mind. I would have
if he
rioted
would-
in the streets.
if he would have been released, he would have been my most shocking because he is a company man through and through. Like what he does outside of the WWE, I don't hate on. He's very good with PR, with interviews and everything. It's just his in-ring character hasn't changed since
It
what,
doesn't need to.
15 years.
you know what the best was when him and R-Truth were together.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, you know what that means? The Miz.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
He shouldn't have,
Golly.
but he did.
Dolly, who's your number 4?
I already went. Soraya and her gear and stuff. That was me. That was my number
Yeah,
4.
now we're
Yeah, so now we're at I guess at number 5 or like
This is our pop culture.
yes.
now
our
we're
pop-
on to the fifth one.
Go for it, Dolly.
Okay, so my pop culture. I wrote like a whole thing about it. Okay, my pop culture is for so many reasons. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
Oh yes, go off, please.
Okay, because everything I've learned about her relationships, her sneaky links, everything I've ever learned about this woman has been completely against my will. I don't want to know anything about her. Will Smith seems like a very good man, I don't know if he's a good husband, but he seems like a very good dad. He's trying his best with these little hellions they have. He was, I mean, like he wasn't a great rapper, but like he was a wholesome rapper growing up. Like that was like the one rap album I was allowed to own. So rap album. So yeah, I appreciate Will Smith very much. So this week, Jada Pinkett Smith came out to the whole world and decided to tell us that everything she knows, quote, everything I learned about self-pleasure, I learned from my grandmother at 9 years old. That is
Ew.
awful.
Wow.
If we just stop there, especially, it's awful. Like she goes on and like I kind of see where she's coming from. Like you don't need a man to provide you physical pleasure. Like you can provide it for yourself. But at 9,
Nah.
baby girl, if you want to say you were sexually abused, just say so.
Yeah.
Don't be like my grandmama told me how to finger myself. That's awful.
Oh
This
man.
doesn't- So Jada Pinkett Smith is forever on my list. Will never make it off of it. I don't care if she saves 100 orphans from a burning building. She'll never make it off my list.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
I can't even top that. I was all ready to get, and I just no way. So I'm gonna give my 5th of my pop culture one.
Okay.
I'm a filmmaker. I work a lot in the independent film realm. We had an amazing red carpet. I'm in the middle of editing an amazing feature film. But my beef is with the studios. The writers are on strike. The actors are on strike. The directors are about to go on strike. IATSE, which is my union, is on strike. Everybody is going on strike. And the studios consistently say, we don't know how streaming works. We don't know how to make money from it. We're oblivious to it. And they know they have content. And they have content for at least another good year before they have to start filming again. But they have decided that they are going to do everything in their power to take the unions and just destroy them. It sucks because those are popular outlets and popular streaming sites for guys like us who don't have $50 billion budgets. I don't have Tom Cruise jumping out of an airplane and landing on top of a moving bus in our feature film. We're independent guys. And unfortunately, there's not enough streaming sites that can support us. and give us and keep us paid and have this made as a living. So the studios, unfortunately, well, no, you know what? Fortunately,
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
oh yeah, Canada Dry, it's your turn.
Before I go, King Haney would
He's
like
back
to
again.
put, King Haney would like to put some pop culture on the list, or is it something else, King Haney?
Some pop culture on the list,
Okay,
and this is purely a British thing, but it's affiliated with America. The Super Bowl halftime show.
Hey, they just announced today who the next Super Bowl halftime show is.
Who is it?
It's Usher.
Usher.
Oh, God. Right.
You know what? I'm not mad at it.
I'm stoked about it. Because with Usher probably comes like Little Kim and probably comes like these other like people that formed the rap music I wasn't supposed to be listening to.
If we don't get Lil Jon on stage with them, I'm gonna be mad.
What?
Super Time halftime show. You just made the list.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Can I just explain why?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, explain it, my friend.
Because it's 2:30 in the morning, right, in the UK, and we've got to wait an hour. The rest of the and then half an hour later, I've got to get my head down for half an hour, and then I've got to get up for work. No, that's not on.
No, you did take Super Bowl Monday off of off that day.
It should be a
Yeah,
national
it's not
holiday.
Like
Is
you
what it
live in
should
the
be.
wrong place. Like you live in the wrong time zone. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, Haney, thanks a lot, brother. I
Thanks for coming on today.
Forever. Thank you.
Should we bring on the Yorkshire Rose?
He wants one more. Here we go. What do we got?
Can I put the JFB on the list?
He is pop culture. He is pop culture now.
No. I'm only joking. My thing I wanted to put on this, it's not pop culture, it's wrestling related, but Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, that whole thing is just annoying.
Oh, you don't like it?
Wow.
No, I hate it. Like literally, Cage pinned Luchasaurus yesterday to take the TNT title off him.
Mhm.
And what does Luchasaurus do? He just fucking lifts him up.
I know. I love it so much.
He literally just took what was yours. Like the
He's
whole
obviously
time-
brainwashed. He's got to be brainwashed.
There's this wild thing called storytelling. I don't know if you've heard of it or not.
I get it, but it's an awful storyline. I think. It's just like it just.
And by the way, Harry, I do like Kenny Omega.
I wasn't sure because you said the.
No, he's Canadian.
He is Canadian. All right. Well, unfortunately, Luchasaurus and Christian Cage.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
All right, Yorkshire Rose. Thanks for coming on, brother. I
Thank you for being part of the show today, Harry.
Thanks for having me, guys, and happy birthday to Canada Dry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right. So who's next on the list? Oh, Canada Dry. You're next. Lay it on us, man. Who's number 5?
Okay, you know that I did this last time. I put the Power Rangers on the list. Those stupid, silly little gooses.
Stupid,
yeah.
naive, silly little goose.
Yeah. But I'm not going to put them on this time.
Okay.
Because I think my hate for Power Rangers is established.
Okay. It's well foundationed.
Yes, it's got a nice, solid foundation.
Wait, real quick, can you please put up Dave Pemberton's comment?
Oh my God. Christian wants to know if Yorkshire's dad is still alive. Oh my God. or is that the Jada Pinkett Smith finger poker doom? Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. All right, so the person on my list, or the pop culture thing on my list, is not really pop culture, but his life. When you wake up in the morning, or you wake up in the middle of the night,
yeah,
and it's 3 a.m. exactly.
Yeah.
That's you just wake up and it's like this fear overtakes you because you're like waking up at 3 a.m. exactly.
Yep.
Which is the witching hour.
Which is
Wow. Okay. I was like, where's this going? I don't understand.
Have you not woke up and it's 3 a.m.? Exactly. Yeah,
Probably.
it's creepy as hell.
It's usually because I have to go to the bathroom, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, sometimes I just like wake up and I'm like, what time is it? And it's like, oh. That happens.
3 a.m.
You know what? You just made the list. Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Golden Graham, it is time for you to bring it home, brother. Who is on your pop culture list?
So that's changed because I was going to do the same thing as you, JFB. You know, solidarity for you and the rest of the guys out there trying to make money. And then I was like, maybe I'll just put DC, but that's just low-hanging fruit, and it's very easy for me to go off on their 50,000 Batmans.
This is really dark. Like,
Yeah.
it makes Dave Pepper look like a total creep. My mom's dead, okay?
So my pop culture that's going on the list is the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Because they act like they're the biggest gatekeepers to the history of baseball. Literally, your only function as the Hall of Fame is to tell the history of baseball.
Yeah.
And you can't do that with skipping over the steroid era when MLB encouraged it. They turned a blind eye and they didn't do anything to stop it. Freaking Barry Bonds was a Hall of Famer before the steroid allegations. That man was a beast in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
All these pitchers, like, your job is literally to tell a story, and you can't just skip over one of the most prolific periods in Major League Baseball's history.
Yeah. I could not agree more. The Hall of Fame is beautiful. It is probably one of the best actual sports Hall of Fames.
Okay. Well, maybe you should amend it to the Baseball Hall of Fame writers and voters then.
Yeah.
Do you know what else is bullshit about the Hall of Fame?
What?
Is if you are nominated so many times and you don't get in, you can never get in. That is bullshit.
That is literally that is what I was going to say. Yes.
Yeah.
It's garbage. Dale Murphy was one of the greatest baseball
sorry,
players.
you lost your chance because we voted for you. You didn't make it.
Also to sit there and say, oh, we're only putting in 5 people or however many. Like, if you're a Hall of Famer, you're a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there's been years where they have had nobody,
no Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
which is and on top of to sit there and for only the first unanimous Hall of Famer to be Mariano Rivera.
Yeah,
he deserves it, but there are plenty more people who deserve to be unanimous first ballot Hall of Famers in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
Okay, sorry, I'll step off my high horse now. My bad.
No, again, you took us to church for the second time. Here for
so I'm gonna crown a winner with our list. It's gonna be Dollywood. The Dana Peak finger poker doom is gold, and I want us to make a shirt just for that. Like, it's just, oh my God.
You know what she wins?
Huh?
You know what she wins?
What'd you win?
She gets to do the inspirational speech at the end of the show to
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we haven't heard her say it yet.
Yeah.
All right.
After we do our advertising, you can close the show.
Yeah. So before we get to our rigmarole, before we get to Dollywood's keep on fighting, this show has got a lot of great promotions guys that come and help us out. And one of them is, of course, the Kill City Cup. Last week we had Queen Gia on, we had Luke Roberts on. We talked about Kill City Cup. I can't describe it, but I'm going to freaking play it for you so you get an idea about what Kill City Cup is all about.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup.
I mean, Saw, WWE, and professional wrestling all kind of melded together. Freaking awesome. And of course, you may have noticed Natalia Markova is part of that tournament. So, how do you support us? We got tiers. You can sign up there. We have a email address that's down below. It is bigshinymatrix@hotmail.com. You can send us money there as well. You want to tell the world how much you love us, effing wrestling, and the content that we put out week in and week out. Canada Dry knows he's got the damn shirt. You can go ahead and go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. Wow. You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling where you get all your effing wrestling shirts like this one now with sharpshooter action. You like
it's coming in the mail. I'm getting it this week. I know it. Friday, probably.
I can't wait to see it, man. If you like old school wrestling, and I know that you do, sometimes you gotta give flowers to the men and women who came before the stars of today. And one of those guys, we're going to give him some flowers, too. In fact, he had a show called The Flower Shop. It is Adrian Adonis. That's right, the adorable Adrian Adonis. Now, how do I get his shirts? ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all your Adrian Adonis gear. So on behalf of Canada Dry, Golden Graham, the Dollywood, I am the JFB.
Go ahead, Dollywood.
Okay, so wrestling is wild, right? Like we, for the most part, I think we all kind of grew up watching it. It was banned in my household for a bit because it would raise my dad's blood pressure too high. So my mom just put an end to it. But then I became an adult and I was like, I can do what I want, and started watching wrestling again. And had I not done that, I wouldn't have ever been able to meet any of you. And that would have sucked, right? Like that would have been awful. It would have been awful for all of y'all for sure. Because
for sure,
you wouldn't have a little bit of Dollywood in your life. But every one of you are so special. Like not just, these three wonderful men that are here on the podcast with me today, but, all of the people that are in the chat, all the people that are going to watch later. Every person that I've met because of this amazing community is awesome, with the exception of a couple.
There's a few.
But the world is so beautiful because of each and every one of you. We have a wonderful, beautiful, shared love of something great. And I don't know that we really have that much in common other than wrestling. But how cool is that? Yeah. That we are all here because of our love of wrestling. And I want all of you to know that you are all very special. You are all very, very loved. And no matter what is going on in your life, to just keep fighting.
Man, I couldn't have said it any better. Hit it!
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.